Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Today is Thursday, February the 12th of the beautiful year 2026. And it's a special Thursday here in Poland. It's so-called Tłusty Czwartek, or the English translation, Fat Thursday, when we eat as many donuts as possible. They called here in Poland pączki. But apart from that, we are also having sorry, give me a second, guys. Sorry for that, too many pączki today. Yeah, so apart from pączki, we have also some Tetris action for you. 4 sessions of matches in total. 2 of them will be played in this stream, as you can see at 16 UTC, so in a few minutes we'll have the first session of the Polish matchup between RURCZAK and ЩWIDR, and then 1 hour later we'll conclude what we started 2 days ago, the match between SHUICHI and SCAMPER. SHUICHI, who is enjoying 3 games advantage after session number 1, but let's be real, SCAMPER didn't take every chance he had in session number 1. So we'll be now very curious to watch what's going on, if the British player is able to come back to the match, or will the paceman outpace his British opponent. Yeah, but this will happen a little bit later. First things first, the match between the Polish players. But before we go to that match, let's take a look at the bracket and let's see what happened in the 2026 Paldas Cup so far. We are still in the round of 32, but as you can see, more and more results are appearing in the bracket. Some matches already finished, some matches with session number 1 already in the books. Yeah, some matches yet to be started. For example, the 2 matches of the red bracket will be starting today as well. AVGeek versus Jesper at 20 UTC and Michu versus Bluscuti at 22 UTC. Serenity versus Tony, this match will start next week. RURCZAK ЩWIDR starts in a few minutes, and Robin versus Medros, this match will be played during the weekend. So it looks like everything is if everything is going according to plan, we should be done with the round of 32 in the middle of the next week. And only then I would like to start round of 16, as we switch the format in the next round. So maybe let me tell a few words about the rules. We play level 18 starts only, no line cap. SPS controller and handcam are mandatory for this event, and we play reroll seed every game, so no more incrementing. The players will get brand new pieces every single time. Yeah, proper format. The preliminaries in the round of 32 are played in a best of 19 format in 2 sessions, 9 games in session number 1, so this will be the case for the first match of the day, and then up to 10 games in session number 2, if of course the decider is needed. We already had one decider, Merke versus Weisbrod, so all 19 games. This is not only theory, this is possible. And then from round of 16 and also in the quarterfinals, we'll play best of 25 in 3 sessions. So yeah, the format will be slightly different. Therefore, I'd like to finish the round of 32 first, so there is no confusion that you come to the stream and okay, why one player has already 11 games, why we keep playing and so on. Yeah, this is just for this case. And then we will of course increase the number of games in semifinals and in the final of the event. You can see everything on your screen. Each session is played on a separate day, which is also the case for every match, so we don't schedule 2 sessions for one day. Yeah, so our hero of the hours are RURCZAK with a comp PB of 671 and current ELO rating 1702. ЩWIDR comp PB 570 and the ELO rating of 1504. Around 200 ELO points difference means that RURCZAK is around 3-1 favorite according to the ELO odds to win this match. But ЩWIDR played pretty well recently, got a very decent comp PB of 570k. So we will see what happens. The players have played against each other in the past. I checked my database and I see 2 matches played between them. One of them was played in January 2025. RURCZAK won this match 5-3, and the other one was played in March 25 in Paldas, Swiss. RURCZAK also won this match 5-3. So as you can see, maybe a maybe a big edge in terms of ELO ratings, but this was not there were not easy matches for RURCZAK, especially the match in the Paldas Swiss where ЩWIDR was 3-0 ahead. Then RURCZAK was able to win 5 games in a row, won the entire match. Yeah, so RURCZAK needs to be careful, as ЩWIDR can be very dangerous. Yeah, guys, we are past the schedule time, but I got a message from ЩWIDR that yeah, he needs a little bit more time. Should be here within the next 4 or 5 minutes. So let me check what's the situation with the stream. And ЩWIDR says I'm here. Oh, hello ЩWIDR, welcome. Okay, so it looks good. It looks like the players are alive, so I'll bring them to the screen, just in a second. And here they are, our heroes of the hour. RURCZAK, camera adjustment will be needed, as we can't see neither your hands nor your controller. So only after you adjust the camera, I will give you the seed for game number 1. And ЩWIDR in his classic outfit of a ski jumper. And RURCZAK is doing the required adjustment, so this is nice to see. Yeah, now we can see everything. Thank you very much, RURCZAK, for your cooperation. And yeah, apropos ski jumping, I don't know if there are any viewers interested in this wonderful discipline. We, as Poland, have our only medal so far, won in the ski jumping by a 19-year-old talent, Kacper Tomasiak. So yeah, I think ЩWIDR is kind of happy right now, because I'm very happy. And of course, the classic one, ЩWIDR is playing, so SHUICHI coming to the chat and saying good luck commentating ЩWIDR. Yeah, I already explained it in the previous stream and people got confused. Why is this happening? So I'm not explaining it anymore. I don't want to provide any more confusion. If you need to know why this is happening, feel free to check one of the previous streams. Okay, so our players are warming up and I will give them the pieces for game number 1. It's 187626, 187626. It's the seed for game number 1 of this match. Oh, and we see RURCZAK with a very decent warm-up game, 538 transition. RURCZAK probably wants to play this game out. Good luck playing SHUICHI. But actually, ЩWIDR, in 1 hour, SHUICHI will be playing. So I'm not sure if you wanted to post this message. It actually breaks the whole pattern of your messages. Good luck commentating too then. Yeah, that's nice, that's nice. Good luck playing later too. Okay. So I think I'm getting confused as well. Okay, so RURCZAK RURCZAK's warm-up game 588 was a very decent one. And now let's play a real game of Tetris, 187626. So once again we get a seed with only digits. In my first two games yesterday against Sam, I also got only digits, no letters. So this classic Tetris bot is trying to give us as many digits only seeds as possible. Okay, so I'm done with the talking. The players are ready. So the game number 1 of this round of 32 match between the two Polish players starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. One 187626. Yeah, and we are good. We are officially in game number 1 between ЩWIDR and RURCZAK. We play 9 games today, and we come back to this particular match on February the 17th. At 18 UTC. This will be Tuesday next week. Yeah, this is how the scheduling works, but yeah, as long as we are able to, you know, communicate with each other and we know what is going on, then yeah, I have no problems at all with like this type of scheduling. This is way better than waiting 3 weeks for an answer from players about their availability. So even if you are not available in the next few days, guys, but you know that you can play in a week or 2, then yeah, please inform, and we'll try to schedule that. Every answer is better than no answer at all, you know. Oh, and ЩWIDR with some misshifts. Now this is now looking dangerous for the Polish player, for the young, I assume the younger of the Polish players. And ЩWIDR tops out at 26 lines with 41 for 20. RURCZAK is good. RURCZAK takes game number 1. "37 lines, 166, 820 is the seed. Sorry, is the seed. This is not the seed. This is the score for RURCZAK, and here is the seed: 007778. Now you have a good chance, ЩWIDR. Now you have a very good chance to get a higher score than your seed, as you have 007778 as the seed. Nice looking seed, says RURCZAK. And the players are ready. So game number 2 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And let's see if the players can get a better score than the seed. Oh, RURCZAK, a little bit of a mystery. And ЩWIDR completed this task with the first Tetris of this game. RURCZAK needs to skim few more lines to get it, but gets a Tetris. So both players have a higher score than the seed. GG's on that. So RURCZAK 29,000, ЩWIDR already with 70. Oh, and ЩWIDR with a series of weird hangs of those red pieces, and this is looking very bad for the Polish player. ЩWIDR tops out at 76,000 points. RURCZAK, 76,001 point to be exact, is what you need to take this game. 76,001 is enough to take this game. And RURCZAK gets the Tetris, 70,680, so few more 1,000 points needed. $23,000. So no Tetris is needed for RURCZAK, only few skimmed lines, so no need to risk anything. And RURCZAK gets the required amount of points, and it's 2-0. GG's. 46 lines, 81,320 is the official score for the Polish player. So, will we have a first seed with at least one letter? Let's find out. The seed will be 21D510. Yes, this is a seed with one letter, but only one. And the players are ready. So game number 3 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So RURCZAK with 23,000, ЩWIDR with only 3,000. ЩWIDR needs to get rid of those holes in the board. Sorry, 95,000 for RURCZAK. Yeah, the two Polish players are playing, and yeah, I immediately switched to Polish language. Sorry for that. 96 for RURCZAK, 23 for ЩWIDR. These are the scores. $127 for RURCZAK, 42 for ЩWIDR. Oh, and ЩWIDR blocked the well in a very unpleasant way. Gets the long bar, okay, and now reopens the well, and another long bar will give him 22,800 points. Over 100,000 points advantage for RURCZAK at this time. 196 plays against 74. $23 for RURCZAK, 100,000 for ЩWIDR. And ЩWIDR still trying to regain control over this board. ЩWIDR is now going a little bit risky, but gets the long bar, but can't put it in the well, and ЩWIDR tops out at 67 lines with 130,720 points. It means RURCZAK is good once again. RURCZAK leads 3-0. $85 lines, 313,880 is the score for RURCZAK. And here is your seed for game number 4, which will be D3, 6-1, 89, D3, 6-1, 89. And the players are ready. So the game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Can we get our first double transition game of the day? I know, sometimes not easy. For example, my match yesterday against Sam, in 9 games I could transition only once. I couldn't play anything decent, and I decided, okay, I will risk a little bit, maybe, you know, wanted to take those calculated risks, but I was then punished immediately by the game. So yeah, those days happen, and let's hope that ЩWIDR can have a better day today than I had yesterday. 55 for RURCZAK, 51 for ЩWIDR. For RURCZAK, 64 for ЩWIDR. Looks like ЩWIDR slowly but surely is regaining control over his board. RURCZAK playing a clean game so far, and nothing major happening there for the Polish player. Yeah, for one of the Polish players, so to speak. Yeah. So 172 for RURCZAK, 92 for ЩWIDR, but currently ЩWIDR with a cleaner board, and RURCZAK needs to address those holes created. It looks like RURCZAK slowly but surely, yeah, it should be fine for RURCZAK. It's like 2 lines away from reopening the well, and reopens the well, gets a long bar for a Tetris, 205 for RURCZAK, 161 for ЩWIDR. So ЩWIDR took the chance, was able to reduce the lead of RURCZAK a little bit. $85 for ЩWIDR, 208 for RURCZAK. But now ЩWIDR needs to be careful. Got the well open, I would like to see long bar soon, but long bar does not appear. And okay, and ЩWIDR hangs the long bar in a very weird position of the board. Can ЩWIDR get anything over this long bar? He gets the L over, but this is unfortunately another GG for ЩWIDR. 190,760 points. Yeah, it was the highest scoring game for ЩWIDR definitely, but unfortunately it's not enough to take a game from RURCZAK yet. RURCZAK is good. RURCZAK tops out at 262,580, and RURCZAK leads 4-0. So here is your seed for game number 5, which is 92 B1 D8, 92 B1 DA, not D8, DA, A, the letter A. And the players are ready for game number 5 out of 9 games scheduled for today. The game starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. $92 B1 D8, $92 B1 D. Yeah, the seats are correct. 40,000 for RURCZAK, 47 for ЩWIDR. Oh, RURCZAK now will be forced to burn few lines. And RURCZAK is building now in column. Oh, I wanted to say something, but immediately RURCZAK has switched the column. Now RURCZAK builds in column 6. ЩWIDR is ahead. 62 for RURCZAK, now 140 for ЩWIDR. And RURCZAK, yes, is in a kind of tricky situation. Knowing his heal, he should be fine. Bringing it down, but you know, quite a few bad pieces, or one or two misshifts. And what was the word for the misshifts? Came up with a word, misadjustment or something like that. I can't remember, but we were thinking about some weird words, and someone came up with a word for a misshift. Was it a misadjustment? Can't remember. 200,000 for ЩWIDR, 129 for RURCZAK. ЩWIDR is ahead, but now RURCZAK is with a cleaner board. ЩWIDR is now the one who needs to take care of the board. And ЩWIDR now needs to be careful, but gets the long bar for a nice dirty Tetris. This helps a lot. 232 for ЩWIDR and 156 for RURCZAK. So still a very decent advantage for our ski jumper wannabe. 180 for RURCZAK, 236 for ЩWIDR. And yeah, so far this is the longest game of this match. For ЩWIDR, for RURCZAK had 85 lines in one of those previous games, so yeah, but now when they both have to play, it's definitely the longest one. 304 for ЩWIDR, 231 for RURCZAK, so RURCZAK still struggling in this game. And ЩWIDR keeps getting those points. So we have 258 for RURCZAK, 332 for ЩWIDR. And another Tetris for ЩWIDR. So ЩWIDR is around 80k ahead after 100 lines. We still have 30 lines to go before transition, but so far this is the best chance ЩWIDR got in this match. Oh, and ЩWIDR, okay, opens the well, gets a long bar for a Tetris. So we have 392 for ЩWIDR, 338 for RURCZAK. So RURCZAK chasing, and ЩWIDR with this misdrop complicates his life even more. And ЩWIDR is in a lot of trouble, and I'm afraid ЩWIDR can't do anything more. RURCZAK, you need 393 to take this game. 393 is needed for you to take this game. And RURCZAK gets the score. RURCZAK takes the game and leads 5-0. Yeah, ЩWIDR, this was definitely your best chance of the match so far. Let's see how long RURCZAK can play on 19. But you know, it looks like the transition would have been would have been something that might have been too difficult for RURCZAK to chase down. Let's see what will be the final score for the Polish player. Of course, it's a different thing playing 19 when you already have won the game than when feeling the pressure of the result. But you know, we can theoretically check what would have been needed for a ЩВИДR. So right now it looks like 3 more Tetrises. And RURCZAK's board is falling apart. And RURCZAK is topping out 170 lines with 448, 480. Yeah, so 3 more Tetrises for ЩВИDR, and we could have theoretically a closer game. But we don't do it. ЩВИDR topped out at 392, and RURCZAK won the game. Leads 5-0. 4 more games to go today, and here is your seed: 88, A7, 86, 88, A7, 86. But GG's RURCZAK, 170 lines is a decent amount, so GG's on that. And the players are ready. Game number 6 starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 8A, A7, 86. Yeah, all good. So let's see how well our players can play here. $46,360 against $45,600. So very similar opening scores, and yeah, while the players are in the early phases of their game number 6, guys, let me remind you, this tournament has a Maturino prize pool. We are currently at $523 US. If you want to make the prize pool bigger, feel free to click on the link in the chat and donate some money. If we are able to reach $1,000 or more, we will then pay the top 16 players of this event. And yeah, right now this amount of money allows us to pay the top 8 of the event. $106 for RURCZAK, $168 for ЩВИDR. So ЩВIDR once again trying to outpace RURCZAK. $77 for RURCZAK, $240 for ЩВIDR. And I think SHUICHI, you might be proud of ЩВIDR. This is a very, very good pace. But now ЩВIDR, oh, this might be a little bit of a slowdown. $212 for RURCZAK, $272 for ЩВIDR. Yeah, I jinxed it. I know it. Oh. Oh. Now, ЩВIDR needs to be very careful. This is not an easy situation, and ЩWIDR tops out. 275,500 is the top out score for ЩWIDR. So RURCZAK 276 is your target, and with this Tetris, RURCZAK gets the required amount of points and beats 6-0. 288,040 is the score for RURCZAK. And yeah, we have 3 more games to go today. And the seed for game number 7 is 76-28-1D. 76-28-1D. This is the seed for game number 7 of this match. So the players are ready. Game number 7 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So RURCZAK starts with 3 Tetrises, 68,000. ЩWIDR starts with 2 Tetrises, 49,000 points. $146 for RURCZAK, 83 for ЩWIDR. And so far both players are playing a very clean game. Not much to commentate on. Maybe now RURCZAK has a little bit of a gap in the middle, but yeah, was able to fill it. 218 for RURCZAK, 178 for ЩWIDR. And RURCZAK now, very interesting placement of the O piece. $301 for RURCZAK, 228 for ЩWIDR. So RURCZAK playing a very strong game, and ЩWIDR is trying to do his best. ЩWIDR yet to score 400k in this match. 392 was the highest score for him. RURCZAK yet to score 500k, but yeah, we know RURCZAK was not forced to go that far to win his games. Oh, now RURCZAK in a troublesome situation. Oh, and ЩWIDR also in a troublesome situation. ЩWIDR can't do anything more. ЩWIDR tops out at 289,180. 289,180 is the top out score for ЩWIDR, which means RURCZAK is good. RURCZAK takes this game, and it's now 7-0. 340 to 4. 280. You can't risk like that. Probably the case. But yeah, I also took some risk yesterday, ЩWIDR, and it didn't pay off. But without risk, I was massively outpaced. So it was lose-lose situation for me yesterday. Maybe you can find something to not have a lose-lose situation. But as for now, RURCZAK is playing a very consistent match, so it's difficult to beat him. But let's see, we have 2 more games today, and the seed for game number 8 is 3940A3, 3940A3. If you're British, you can't tell A and 8 apart. Says RURCZAK in the chat. And the players are ready. Game number 8. The penultimate game of the session starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. So RURCZAK starts with 49,000, ЩWIDR with 29. Okay, ЩWIDR reopens the well. And would like to see a long bar soon, and here it is. 68 for ЩWIDR, 106 for RURCZAK. RURCZAK with a very nice and clean board. $152 for RURCZAK, 93 for ЩWIDR. And ЩWIDR, once again in a mid-stack situation, needs to be careful. 2-1 for RURCZAK, 121 for ЩWIDR. $141 ЩWIDR, 252 RURCZAK, and ЩWIDR once again is fighting for his life. Who gets the T over? This was a crucial move. And now, yeah, ЩWIDR reopens the well, and the long bar for a Tetris, so it would be a very cool piece for ЩWIDR right now. And here it is, ЩWIDR with 162, RURCZAK with 303 already, so yeah, RURCZAK, looks like RURCZAK is playing in his own league today. $332 at 83, so RURCZAK doesn't need to play any, risky stuff. RURCZAK is not getting like any, crazy paces, so to speak. He's playing very solid games, doesn't risk anything unnecessary, and yeah. And it looks like this is a good approach for this match today. On the other hand, ЩWIDR is still fighting here in this game number 8. It's like about 100,000 points behind, 30 lines before transition. So yeah, RURCZAK would need to top out right now for ЩWIDR to have those realistic chances to win the game. $428 for ЩWIDR, 326. Once again, 452 for RURCZAK, 349 for ЩWIDR. These are the scores. And RURCZAK with his first 500k of the match. And RURCZAK with his and ЩWIDR with his first 400k of the match. So both players with their top scores. RURCZAK can get one more Tetris before transition. ЩWIDR as well. And ЩWIDR transition with 443. RURCZAK with 551. ЩWIDR can't do anything more, but this was a very nice game, ЩWIDR. Definitely your best game of the match, 444, 700. Yeah, unfortunately, it was not enough to beat RURCZAK in this game, but I think it's a game you can be proud of. First transition game, over 440,000, so yeah, well done for that. And RURCZAK is fighting for something more than 570, maybe? No, the board is too high. Sorry. 154 lines, 570, 0, 60, and RURCZAK leads 8-0. And we have one more game to be played today. And the seed for this game will be... sorry, can't read properly. BF34BF. Yeah, I was not sure it was B or 8. Didn't want to provide false information. I won't comment on that. What RURCZAK said. Let's concentrate maybe. Let's concentrate maybe on the game. The final game of the session between the two Polish players starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. BF 3-4. BF, yeah, the seats are correct. So we're officially in game number 9, the final game of session number 1 between RURCZAK and ЩWIDR. The match will be concluded on Tuesday, February 17 and 18 UTC. Yeah, this final session of this match. happens after the first session of Serenity versus Tony. So this won't be a potentially pretty short stream as in one match. Oh no, and ЩWIDR tops out. 9,500 points. Which means, RURCZAK, you are good, but if you wanna play this game out, feel free to do so. This is our final game of the session. The next match is scheduled in 15 minutes, so if you wanna have this game going, feel free to do so. Yeah, commiserations ЩWIDR, unfortunately. This wasn't meant for you to win a game today, and yeah, maybe on Tuesday there will be a better time for you to maybe squeeze a game. Yeah, and guys, I'm really surprised how many matches have this 9-0 result after the first session. When we played throughout the year our, best of 9 matches, even with this kind of a skill gap, there weren't so many 5-0 results as we have 9-0 results in this format, and I'm really surprised that those things happen. I will show you the bracket in a second. You could take a look, and yeah, as mentioned, I'm really surprised how it is happening, but yeah, can't explain it properly why it is the case. Yeah, ЩWIDR, but you played against RURCZAK in best of 9 2 times, and both matches in best of 9 ended 5-3 for RURCZAK. So you were able to win some games. Or are the top seeds so fully focused from round of 32 that they, don't wanna allow anything? Oh, and SCAMPER is in the chat. Hello, SCAMPER, welcome. Yeah, so SCAMPER and SHUICHI, they will be our next match today. That's their second session. And yeah, today we will know then the next name of the player who advances to the round of 16. Luckily in this match, no 9-0 result after session number 1. So we'll see. And we have a Morlando raiding with a party of 4. Hello Morlando, hello viewers of Morlando, welcome to the stream. As you can see, RURCZAK is playing out his last game of the first session with ЩWIDR, and yeah, in a few minutes we'll have our second match of the day, the second session between SHUICHI and SCAMPER. So today the match will be concluded, so we will know our next player who is advancing to the round of 16. Yeah, so ЩWIDR, thank you very much for playing today. Now we conclude your match on Tuesday, so we have a little bit more time to train more. Maybe you will be able to take a game from RURCZAK. As you can see, RURCZAK play, it looks like our tournament seat number 10 is pretty well prepared for this match. 570 was his highest score in the match so far. The next Tetris, this will be a higher score already, 580. And let's see if RURCZAK can play any longer, and it looks like he can at 611. 671 is RURCZAK's comp PB, so quite a long way from here. Oh, and this misdrop is not good, but 614 is still a very decent score. 614, 780 to be exact. So, GG's RURCZAK, you have a very nice and healthy lead after session number 1. Yeah, so I think you can relax and come back on a Tuesday. Yeah, with not that much stress. I just gave ЩWIDR an opportunity to the biggest reverse sweep ever. Yeah, there are more people who gave this kind of opportunity. I will show it in a second. But first I will show the stats after 9 games. 614, highest score for RURCZAK, 444, highest score for ЩWIDR. And yeah, ЩWIDR on average and median was able to play like the half of level 18 today throughout the 9 games. Around 200,000 points. Yeah, so these are the stats of this match, and we'll go for like a short break before we start our second match of the day. At first, let's take a look at the bracket. As you can see, as I mentioned, there was quite many 9-0 results in session number 1, and also then 10-0 for Gunter versus Saddle and Tugi versus Pyrek. Then we have Elias versus Dobry 9-0 ahead, Sam against myself 9-0 ahead, Hannah versus Adam Irish 9-0 ahead. So yeah, quite a lot those kind of results. So, to be honest, I was not expecting that many. But yeah, it is what it is. So guys, if you wanna have a little bit of a break, feel free to do so. In 8 minutes is the scheduled time of the second session between SHUICHI and SCAMPER. SHUICHI leads 6-3 and is only 4 games away from advancing. SCAMPER needs to win 7. Will it be possible? We are going to find out very soon. Yeah, the action will happen after the break. Okay guys, so we are back after the break for our second match of the day, the final match in this stream, but we will be then back later this evening with two other matches, but first we come back to the match between SHUICHI and SCAMPER. SHUICHI, who is a player with quite a high elo, 1773, which is currently world number 8, and SCAMPER with a 1641, who wasn't active before this match started for quite a while, but is now coming back and trying his best against SHUICHI. Comp PB for SHUICHI 703, Comp PB for SCAMPER 613. Yeah, and interesting fact I noticed, RURCZAK got 714,780 points in the last game of the first session against SHWIDR. This is exactly 1,000 points more than SCAMPER's Comp PB. Yeah, considering the elo odds before the match started, SHUICHI was 68 to 32% a favorite, so more or less 2-1, and SHUICHI out of 9 games won 6, so it's, yeah, the ratio between 1 games is also about 2-1, so the players played yeah, more or less according to elo odds. For every game won for SCAMPER, SHUICHI won 2. Yeah, SHUICHI's highest score in session number 1 was 574, but SCAMPER is the one who had the highest, highest score of the match, 579. Both players also with a very pretty similar number of lines in the longest game of the match, 167 for SHUICHI, 171 for SCAMPER. But what is in favor of the British player? These are the stats for losing scores, losing lines, so yeah, less early top outs for SCAMPER than SHUICHI. Apparently all the games SHUICHI lost were early top outs. Yeah, but as I mentioned, SCAMPER had some chances in session number 1, couldn't use all of them. There was, for example, one game in game number 3, SCAMPER lost by 700 points, if I'm not mistaken, and there was also one close game in game number 7, so yeah, it could have been a little bit different score, but as we know from the match between Merke and Weisbrot, when Merke was in the lead 6-3 after session number 1, that it's not that comfortable lead, even after 7-3. 7-3 or 7-4, can't remember exactly what. Yeah, this was 7-3 for a moment. Yeah, for Merke. Then Weisbrot was able to win 5 games in a row, and yeah, suddenly it was a very exciting match. So yeah, maybe if SCAMPER gets some inspiration from that, maybe we can have something interesting going on. We know that SHUICHI is a very strong player and can do really well. Was very consistent throughout the whole 2025 year in those single elimination tournaments. The one in the league format didn't suit SHUICHI that well, but luckily for the German player, this tournament is also a single elimination one. So yeah, tough task ahead of SCAMPER, but we are excited to start the session soon. And yeah, we'll see if a comeback is possible, or will SHUICHI be outpacing SCAMPER once again. Guys, dear viewers, maybe you have any predictions you would like to share with us in the chat. Feel free to do so. And SCAMPER, if you can hear me the same thing as before session number 1, please adjust your camera. We can see your hand nor your controller. So please take care of it before we start session number 2. And here are our players. And SHUICHI, you also need a little bit of camera adjustment because we can see your controller right now as well. So, oh, now we can see, thank you. think Poland will win this RURCZAK. And there is no Polish player in this match, RURCZAK, so I'm afraid your prediction is not that good. You predict a miracle, okay. Okay, so thank you very much, SCAMPER, for your adjustment. SHUICHI is good as well. So, let me give you the pieces for game number 10. The seed for game number 10 will be 0f c5 a5, 0f c5 a5. And good luck, have fun from both players, that is good to see. Also wish good luck, have fun, and yeah, let's hope that our heroes are able to prepare some good action for us, that they can get some good scores. Yeah, and let's hope for some high level Tetris. Game number 10 of this match starts in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 0f c5 a5, 0f c5 a5. I'm not sure if ЩВИДR is still here, but I'll do the honors. SHUICHI, good luck on commentating this match. And yeah, here we are in game number 10. Oh, and SHUICHI building a finish tower in the middle. And SHUICHI is not even finished, so yeah, but got rid of it pretty quickly. And now is back in business. SHUICHI with 73,000, SCAMPER with 53. SHUICHI with a Tetris, SCAMPER with a Tetris as well. And hello Jedi Ivan, welcome in the chat. .66 for SHUICHI, 146 for SCAMPER, so SHUICHI was able to build one Tetris lead at the same line count. RURCZAK says in the chat, SHUICHI will convert to finish during the match. Let's see, but in order to do that, SHUICHI has to do at least one finish tower per game, otherwise it won't count. SHWIDR is back. SHUICHI will convert into a world-class commentator for this match. Yeah, that's that has more probability, I would say. To 60, sorry. And now we are neck and neck. SHUICHI, yeah, wasn't able to get some Tetrises. Now needs to skim some lines. SCAMPER also not a perfect situation right now. And Samuel Tetris, 295 for SHUICHI, 293 for SCAMPER, so we're in a neck and neck situation. 72 lines. Let's see how this game develops. Both players are playing cleanly as for now. And some lines need to be skimmed. They are skimmed. And yeah, 373 for SHUICHI, 368 for SCAMPER. So still pretty neck and neck. This is a very decent game by both. We're at 100 lines and both are over 400k. $112 for SHUICHI with 467, $110 for SCAMPER with 462. So still neck and neck, and this game might be decided post-transition. Yeah, but now SCAMPER would like to see a J and gets the J. SCAMPER transitions to a center well. This is probably a good plan going in transition. 536 for SHUICHI, 513 for SCAMPER. Yeah, so SCAMPER sacrificed those Tetrises for a central, but now it looks like SCAMPER comes back to column 10. SHUICHI transitions with 560. 560, this transition score for SHUICHI, and SCAMPER with 518. And SCAMPER's board is very complicated right now. Needs a long bar, gets the long bar, but can't do anything with the long bar. And SCAMPER tops out at 518, 360, which means SHUICHI is good. SHUICHI takes another game and leads 7-3. GG. Yeah, very unfortunate transition for SCAMPER. And the hang bar, this was not what the British player wanted from this game. But unfortunately those kind of hangs happen, and yeah, you have to accept your fate and move on to the next game. Yeah, I was also thinking if SCAMPER was building this center well, maybe he should have continued like that. I'm already German, French and Polish. What else we want me to be? Oh my god. And a commentator. Yeah, so 7-3 for SHUICHI. The seed for game number 11 will be 5-3 C4 8-0, 5-3 C4 8-0. 5-3 C4 8-0 is the seed for game number 11. SCAMPER is ready, SHUICHI is ready. So game number 11 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. c3, c4, h0. Yeah, and we are good in the seat of game number 11. Yeah, so we had a very nice start of this session, both players over 500k results. But SHUICHI was able to win this game, and actually this 576 is also SHUICHI's highest score of the match. The previous one was 574, so SHUICHI improved his highest score of the match by 2000 points. SCAMPER is still the player with the highest of the higher scores. Highest of the high scores, I don't know, English difficult, 579. Yeah, let's see how it goes. SHUICHI with 4 games advantage. This is looking more and more promising for the German player, but I remind you, there was a match where seat number 1 was involved, and seat number 1 was leading 7-3 at some point, and then seat number 1 lost 5 games in a row. And we had a nail-biting finish till the end. So we won't rule anyone out. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how it goes. 186 for SHUICHI, 145 for SCAMPER. So SHUICHI, the paceman, getting a very decent pace. 209,000 after 41 lines. SCAMPER with not that bad of a pace at all. 192 after 44. So it's not bad at all. Simply SHUICHI. Yeah. Oh, but now SHUICHI needs to skim few lines, so there might be a chance for SCAMPER. SCAMPER is clean, and SHUICHI will be stuck here for a few more lines. SCAMPER maintains this clean board. SHUICHI opens and gets a long bar for a Tetris. SCAMPER gets a Tetris as well, but SHUICHI gets another long bar for a Tetris, and SCAMPER can't use it because it was not Tetris ready. And 283 for SHUICHI, 242 for SCAMPER. SHUICHI with another Tetris improves to 307 after 66 lines, and SCAMPER's board is a little bit high. Okay, SCAMPER gets some pieces. Oh, but this is now looking dangerous. SCAMPER needs to stay focused. Okay, it looks like SCAMPER is doing a good job. Should be able. And gets the piece for a Tetris. 278 for SCAMPER and 356 meanwhile for SHUICHI. SHUICHI now building for a left well and gets a long bar, gets a Tetris. Also a Tetris for SCAMPER. So SHUICHI 77k ahead. 3.5 Tetrises in the lead. SCAMPER reopens the well, gets a long bar for a Tetris. 428 for SHUICHI, 331 for SCAMPER, so almost 100,000 points lead for the German player. SHUICHI is on fire right now. So it looks like SCAMPER needs to survive until transition and needs to be prepared for some extensive 19 play. 464 SHUICHI, 363 for SCAMPER. We are closer and closer to transition, less than 20 lines, and SHUICHI is 95k ahead. Yeah, so SCAMPER definitely needs to prepare for some 19 action. $513 for SHUICHI, $399 for SCAMPER. And yeah, we're closer and closer to level 19. Oh, and Scamper's board is quite high, but has still few burns to open it. Oh, but this is looking now very challenging for Scamper. Gets a long bar, okay, this helps. And can Scamper survive this board? Scamper needs to survive this board in order to stay alive in this match, and Scamper slowly but surely trying to do so. SHUICHI tops out at 536. What can Scamper do here? 536 is the top out score of SHUICHI. And Scamper probably can't do anything more. Scamper tops out at 458 200. 458 200 is the stop out score for Scamper, which means SHUICHI takes another game and leads 8-3. Yeah, so SHUICHI only 2 games away from advancing to the next round. Scamper needs to win 7 games and can lose only 1. So difficult, very difficult task for our British competitor. We can see that SHUICHI can get some good paces today. Doesn't make any major mistakes. So yeah, well, let's see what can happen. The seed for game number 12 will be 63 to A E7, 63 to A E7. SHUICHI is ready. Scamper is ready as well. So game number 12 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Three to A E7. Yeah, so we're good with the seed. And let's see what can happen in game number 12. Both players started with 2 Tetrises. A third Tetris for SHUICHI and a third Tetris for Scamper. Oh, and now so many S's and Z's in a row, and Scamper hangs the J. And Scamper can't do anything more, and Scamper tops out early at 92-720, 92-720. Very early top out for Scamper, and SHUICHI takes another game. SHUICHI leads 9-3, and SHUICHI is only 1 game away from advancing to the round of 16 of 2026 PAL-DAS Cup. It was such an unfortunate misdrop by Scamper. And yeah, SHUICHI is good for game number 12 as well. So 3 games played in session number 2, and all 3 of them were won by SHUICHI. Yeah. Yes, Scamper, this happens to every one of us. I had similar feeling yesterday, or against Sam. I wanted to risk a little bit, and then I was, punished by the game. BD CD E1 is the seed for game number 13. BD CD E1 is the seed for game number 13. The players are ready. So game number 13 starts in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Can Scamper win 7 games in a row? This is the question. Of course, Scamper can't afford losing any more games, so needs to assess the risks, risk management. Oh, it looks like Scamper is already playing very risky. And where is the long bar? Finally, the long bar comes. Okay, so... Oh, and those pieces are not that helpful for Scamper, but luckily for him, can play a little bit longer here. Oh, nice schemes. They're very crucial for this game. And long bar helps, and Scamper reopens the well. And another long bar, and Scamper should feel better. But there is no long bar as for now, so both players need to play. Yeah. There's a lot of attention to the board, what's going on. And yes, Scamper finally gets a long bar for Tetris. 100,000, but meanwhile Shuichi with 168. So Shuichi was able to build an early lead, of course. Very nicely survived by Scamper. Now Scamper needs to find a way how to get some good points, as Shuichi is trying to run away with the score. $265 for Shuichi, 156 for Scamper. Shuichi reopens the well. 291 at 67 lines. So this is a very, very decent pace by Shuichi once again. Luckily Scamper is having a very clean board. Oh my god. Yes, we don't have the same seat. I didn't pay attention. It's BD and Scamper has AD. Guys, I'm afraid this game doesn't count. Thank you very much, Jedi Ivan, for pointing this. We have BD for Shuichi and AD for Scamper. So this game doesn't count. Sorry guys for not paying attention from the beginning. But of course, according to the rules, this game can't count, as Scamper has the wrong seat. So sorry for that. I will pay more attention this time. This game doesn't count. One more time, I apologize from my end for not spotting it just from the beginning. Yeah, it's not only your mistake, Scamper, also my mistake that I couldn't recognize the mistake of the seat just from the beginning. I don't know why. Yeah, the pace was coming from a different seat, it looks like. Yeah, so sorry for that. I will give you a new piece, a new seat, and I will make sure to check everything. So 75, 76, 79, no 8s, no Bs, so this shouldn't be a problem, I suppose. Seven, 8, 9 says SHWIDR in the chat. Or 7, 8, 8. In that case, so many sevens. Lucky sevens, guys. Lucky sevens. Yeah, so let's hope the seeds are now correct. I'll refresh the players because I saw a little bit of buffering going on, so let me refresh both. And now, let's start. Game number 13. Take number 2. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 9. 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, this time the seeds are correct, so we are good. And dear chat, if you spot something what I'm not spotting, of course feel free to share it whenever you see it. So for example, like Jedi Ivan, but maybe 50 lines earlier or something, if I haven't spotted anything. So yeah, would be cool. The more pair of eyes we use to check something, the better it should be. It looks like I'm getting older and older and older and older, and yeah, I miss a thing or two. So 91 for SHUICHI, 71 for SCAMPER. This time with the same seed. From for SHUICHI, 100,000 for SCAMPER. Yeah, but once again, SHUICHI is able to outpace SCAMPER. This time on the same seat, so it's a legit outpacing from SHUICHI. 235 against 137. Yeah, I agree with Jedi Ivan. SHUICHI gets a pace going almost every time. Yeah, you know, his nickname is Paceman for a reason, right? .330 for SHUICHI, 211 for SCAMPER. Nice T-spin for SCAMPER, this helps. .358, 364 now SHUICHI, 263 for SCAMPER. And a nice Tetris for SHUICHI. Proves to 410 after 91 lines. And so SCAMPER in a very difficult situation right now. Over 100,000 points behind. Needs to win this game in order to stay in the match. And there is no sign of slowing down on SHUICHI's end. It's a big challenge for our British competitor. And another Tetris for SHUICHI. 460 after 104 lines. SCAMPER 350 after 107. Now Shuichi is a little bit high. Would like to see a long bar. And gets the long bar in the like last possible moment, so to speak. 511 for Shuichi, 383 for Scamper. So Scamper, you'd better prepare for a level 19 of your lifetime if you'd like to win this game and stay in this match. Yeah, surviving into 19 is probably the most important thing right now, because one Tetris going in transition won't change the situation that dramatically. Scamper needs a lot of 19 play. 540 is the transition for Shuichi, and good news for Scamper is that Shuichi is done with this game at 540. So Scamper, you have a chase down. Your target is 541. Oh, and a misshift. Oh no! And Scamper can't do anything more and tops out at 402, 260, which means Shuichi takes the game and a match 10-3. Dominating performance by Shuichi in this round of 32, the second session especially. And here is your winner, Shuichi from Germany. 10-3 result. And yeah, this is a very, very good performance. So Shuichi shows already in the round of 32 that he is one of the contenders. This paces also the consistency is something to be looking for. In yes, Scamper, you didn't play badly. I show you the stats. Here are the match stats. 430,000 as average losing score. Average losing lines 132. You didn't play badly. You didn't play badly. Your opponent was simply playing amazingly, if I'm allowed to say. But it was nice having you back, Scamper. I really appreciate your comeback for this tournament. Unfortunately for you, you met an opponent who was playing out of this world. And yeah, unfortunately this is how your adventure here in this tournament ends. Yeah, so thank you very much once again, Scamper. Maybe there will be some Paldas tournaments in the future. If yes, then yeah, would like to see you back. But if not, then yeah, all the best in the wrong version. Yeah, Shuichi now can prepare for the round of 16. And let me show you the bracket. Let me show you the bracket. And Shuichi wins the match 10-3 against Scamper and plays against James in the round of 16, who also won 10-3 against F1 champion. So we have two pairings of round of 16 already: Shuichi versus James and Tugi versus Hepta. Of course, I'd like to start with the round of 16 after we complete the round of 32. The round of 32 should be done in the middle of the next week. So yeah, if the players don't feel any pressure playing rounds of 16 right now, I'd ask them to wait a week, so that we don't confuse our viewers with best of 25 and best of 19 playing in between. And yeah, this is also a big win for Shuichi in terms of ELO, 10-3 against a high-rated opponent. This is 80 ELO points gain, and Shuichi now gets some ELO, and this will be 1791. So Shuichi is trying to come back to this 1800. He had somewhere in the middle of the last year. Then he had, of course, a worse Paldas league, where he lost a lot of ELO, but now it looks like Shuichi is coming back to the good things. Shuichi was for a moment world number 3 even. Now wins the match, is at 1791, 5 points behind Cobra, who is already done with the round of 32, and Then we have Elias at 1808 and Robin ahead, but they have to play their round of 32, so they can run away a little bit with elo points. But yeah, Shuichi shows that he would like to come back to 1800 for sure. Scamper comes back to our elo list after this time of inactivity. Is currently world number 19 with a 1623, ahead of the other British player 666_team with 1604. Yeah, so this is our top 20 of the elo standings, and yeah, we are done for this stream, but we are not done for today. So what ahead of us? We have at 20 UTC, so in about 2 hours and 20 minutes, we have the match between AV Geek and Jesper, the first session of this match. Jesper also coming back to Paldas after a little bit of inactivity against AV Geek, who played very well during the 2025. AV Geek won the Super Division in the Paldas League, the same division where Merke was in, so definitely a good achievement. AV Geek also finished in the top 3 of the Paldas Swiss, the first tournament to get this qualifying spot for the top 16 seeds. And yeah, also played well throughout the year. We know what Jesper can do. Jesper, back in the day, won the Lolpok League Division 1 with players like Tugi, Merke, Adam, MTS in the same division. So yeah, Jesper also knows how to play this game. So I'm really looking forward to this match. And then at 22 UTC, another American player plays this first session of the tournament against my compatriot Mihu. So two more matches today, one at 20 UTC, the other one at 22 UTC. And yeah, then tomorrow, Friday the 13th, Sam and myself are going to finish our match. And then, as you can see, the other matches also are shown on the screen. So this is what we have prepared for this stream. We are now going to rate someone. Once again, thank you very much to the players who played in this stream: RURCZAK, ЩWIDR, SCAMPER, and SHUICHI. Thank you very much for playing. And yeah, now we will see who is streaming something Tetris related. I see there is a TNP match going on Eri Leona's channel. So yeah, let's see what's going on there. And guys, please come back for the first session of AV Geek versus Jesper at 20 UTC. It's all for now. We'll be then back live later. See you then.